I just heard one of my mutuals talking about this, about how the whole aesthetic of what to wear and what to look like in order to attract a rich man wasn't meant for everyday life. And the only thing, she said what she had to say perfectly. The only thing that I want to add to that is in my lifetime, I've known a few women who set out to attract someone rich into their life. And they were always broke. They would brag to me about all the shit that some guy they dated 5 years ago brought them while they currently struggled to pay their bills. What people don't understand about that lifestyle is that it costs money. It's going to cost you money to hang out at the same places that you think the rich people hang out at. It's going to cost you money to dress in all the labels that you think that rich people wear, or to buy the car that you think that rich people drive. And those women were also super desperate and male centered, even more so because their livelihood depended on it. The relationships never worked out. They were always getting attached to, I mean, men who had money, yeah, but they were shitty men who cheated on them all the time and dogged them out all the time. And then they would be heartbroken and upset over that, and then on to the next man. I remember years ago talking to this woman, and she was telling me about a man who she had went out on a date with, and the man had called her something derogatory, and she couldn't decide if she should stop seeing him or not. And then in the same conversation, she went on to scold me because I need to raise my standard and refuse to go to a restaurant where it's anything less than $200 per person. Sweetie, I'm not taking relationship advice from you. Now, don't get it twisted. You have to be able to pay more than the fucking light bill, okay? I'm 41 years old. You need to have your life together in some way. Your finances need to be in order. That doesn't mean you need to be rich, but you do need to be doing okay. Don't let the aesthetic fool you. I know you see these videos of the women getting flown out on these expensive vacations, and they're bragging about how they just met a rich man, and every week they're having a new adventure, and they're carrying designer label bags while they go shopping. And the detail that these women tend to leave out is that these rich men are treating them like prostitutes. And I'm not saying that these women are, or that they don't deserve respect, because they do, but that's the mindset of these men. That's why those relationships don't last. One woman who was living this lifestyle once told me that I'd rather cry in an expensive car than cry in a cheap car. Honey, you're crying every fucking week because some random dude dumped you and blocked you and never wants to speak to you again. And now you're scrambling trying to find a job so that you can pay your rent. Moral of the story is, how about we all get our own fucking lives together, okay? How about you not date if you can't afford to make ends meet at the end of the month? I'm not saying that there's something wrong with you because you're going through hard times, because I have been through hard times, and we are all one bad situation away from going right back to said hard times. So I'm not saying this from a place of looking down on you or judging you. If you do not have your finances in order, someone else, man, woman, they or them, is not your financial plan. That is not a superhero coming to save your fucking day. Get your shit together for yourself, because what somebody else can give you, they can take away from you. I get it. You don't want to live a hard life. You don't want to hustle. You don't have to work, blah, blah, blah. I totally fucking understand that. But I personally like the fact that my bills are paid, and that if I get into a relationship with a man, there's not this overhanging pressure of me having to make this relationship work because I need my car note paid and my rent paid. I can actually have the peace of mind and focus on someone to see whether or not they're going to be a good companion, not because I don't know how I'm going to afford groceries. I love the fact that if I am talking to a man and shit's not going well, I can block him and go missing as if he never fucking existed, because my bills are not contingent upon whether or not he's paying them. And let's just say I do meet a guy and I fall in love with him and he breaks my heart. You know what's not going to get broken? My lease. My bills are going to continue to get paid. My car's not going to get taken from me. When you take the pressure of needing a man to provide for you, when you take the pressure off of trying to attract a fucking multi-millionaire, you are left with the peace of knowing that if you do talk to a guy, it's surely for companionship, and whether it works out or not, you're going to be okay. And you can actually focus on the quality and the type of man this person is, as opposed to simply just looking at his wallet while he's treating you like shit. Anyway, but I don't care. Do what the fuck you want. Who am I? I don't know.